Hey guys, it's Russell back, and on today's video I'm going to show you how to super clean your windshield, how to super clean your windshield wipers, and also how to make the wipers last at least twice as long as probably you're currently getting out of them. We're going to use the products that I've got here. I'm going to be using the Masterson's glass cleaner. We will be using the Chemical Guys OG clay bar. We're going to be using my absolute favorite degreaser I've ever found. This stuff is phenomenal. This is Schaefer's Citral. We're also going to be using, I'm going to put the Citral in this handy little sprayer that I picked up on Amazon. And then to protect the wipers, we're going to be using the 303 Aerospace protectant. And I've got a microfiber cloth to clean the windshield with. Now, a lot of people think that just washing the car when you're doing your car wash, your maintenance wash, is enough for the windshield, and it's not. Contaminants stick on the windshield that you can't see, just like they do on your paint, road film, tree sap, and other industrial fallout. Contaminants will stick to the glass, and it will cause a degradation in the performance of your wipers. Also, in addition to that, most people don't maintain wiper blades. They just are not a drop and go. You have to maintain them if you want them to last. If you're not getting at least 2 years out of your wiper blades, you're doing something wrong. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this. And the first step we're going to do is clean the windshield. Well, let's do that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and lift the wiper arms, tilt them up off the glass. Some American cars don't do this. You'll just have to work around them. But I'm just going to spray the entire windshield with Masterson's. I love Masterson's because it does a really good job of cleaning the windshield itself. Now, as you can see, hopefully the camera's picking it up, it's removing a lot of the pollen that's on here. And the camera will focus. You can see what's come off already. That's just half of the windshield. We'll just do the other half here. If you choose a glass cleaner that has ammonia in it, that's fine. You just don't want to use ammonia on tinted windows. All right, so I've cleaned the glass with our glass cleaner, and most people would kind of be satisfied at this point to say, well, it's good, it's cleaned. I've used glass cleaner, but we're going to take this a step further. We're going to get our clay bar and actually clay the windshield just like we do with the paint, and we'll do that next. All right, so one thing that I didn't mention is that when I clay a windshield, I'm going to use water and isopropyl alcohol solution. This just helps to further clean the window or the glass. So I'm going to get an area like this, and I'm going to clay just like I would the paint. If you want to use soap and water, you're more than welcome to. If you want to use clay lube, you can do that. In fact, you can just use glass cleaner. And as you can see, hopefully you'll see where the clay bar has already picked up some contaminants. And I'm going to do the other half. And if you want to take a hose, if you've got your hose handy, you can rinse that off too. All right, so now the windshield is really slick. So the next step is we're going to take our Citral 266. Now when you do this, I want you to be a little careful when you're spraying it. It's not going to hurt paint. This stuff is a phenomenal tar remover if you get some that's been kicked up by your wheels. But I want you to minimize how much gets on there, so I'm really careful. Now what this is doing right now, this is picking any and all residue, oil, grease, anything that's left on the windshield, and completely removing that. So this combined with the clay, there's absolutely nothing on this windshield at all. This citral is made from oranges. That's one of the best natural degreasers, and I would tell you this stuff rivals lacquer thinner as far as a degreaser. That's safe. It's not, this is not a watered down degreaser. It will absolutely blow your mind at how good this stuff is. Zet Manufacturing used to sell some stuff called Big Orange. I think with EPA on all the chemical manufacturers, but they watered it or changed the formulation. But that was probably the best degreaser I'd ever used. But now I think this citral is even better than that ever was. So, all right, so I've completely cleaned the window again with our degreaser. And now I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the wipers to clean them really, really well. All right, so I took a paper towel and I've got the citral. I've soaked the side that I'm going to use to clean the rubber blades. And I'm basically going to just clean the rubber blades. Now the reason, what's going to come off here is old oxidized rubber and traffic film, and I want you to, hopefully the camera's picking that up. That's what's on the wiper. A lot of this is oils from the road. When you're driving the rain, you've got the oils, the transmission fluids, the motor oils, the hydraulic fluids, the gas, the diesel, everything that's been leaking out of the car. The rainwater allows that stuff, I mean, look at that, to kick up on the car, and you basically rub that all over the glass. And your wipers start streaking across the window. Now, how long can you get out of a set of wiper blades? I never got more than 6 or 7 months. And keep in mind that my cars pretty much sit outside all the time, and the sun will degrade the rubber. However, that's if you do nothing. If you do nothing and don't maintain them, about 6 or 7 months, and you're going to be going off to the store again to get some more wipers because they're streaking all over the window. So after I do this, and let me show you what we've got off of both of the wiper blades. Now again, some of that is oxidized rubber. Most of that is just contaminants from the road. I'm going to take my microfiber towel and I'm going to spray some more isopropyl alcohol and water mixture, and just basically I'm just kind of rinsing the blade. If you got your garden hose out and you're doing this while you're washing your car, then go ahead and use that. I didn't want to drag the hose out. And see, I got some more, a little bit more funk off of there. I tell you, when you have a super clean windshield and you're in a heavy downpour, nothing makes your heart race faster than to be able to make a clear right turn without banging into something or hitting something because your window's all streaked up. Nothing makes your heart race faster than doing that. Is phenomenal. All right, so I've got these pretty much as clean as I'm going to be able to get them. Okay. Now, inspect your wiper blades. If you actually see cracks in them, then you need to go ahead and replace them. These aren't cracked at all. And as I said before, these are about almost 1.5 years old or so. And the next step is we're going to condition the blades. All right, so I took another clean paper towel, folded it, and put the Aerospace 303 protectant on it. And I'm just going to do the same thing I did with the citral and the isopropyl alcohol and just get it on the blades. Now what this is going to do is it's going to continue to nourish the rubber, and it's going to allow the protectants, the UV protectants, to keep the rubber from degrading so fast. From the main reason that the windshield wiper rubber degrades is from the sun. It just basically dries it out. All right, so I'm going to let this sit and let everything dry. Now, the windshield is as clean probably as it's ever been. It is smooth as silk now. I can feel absolutely nothing on there. But what I'm going to do is, because I don't want to stop here, and we could stop here, but what I want to do is I want to put a coat of protection on the windshield, such as Rain-X or something to make the water bead up really, really well. And you're gonna see what I'm gonna use. I just decided to use it. I wasn't gonna do that, and I'll show you that next. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some Chemical Guys Jet Seal. We'll take a microfiber applicator, and I'm going to apply the Jet Seal to the window. Some of you may be thinking, are you kidding me? No, I'm not. I've been doing this for years. Now what this is going to do is it will make the glass bead up better than Rain-X ever could. And it'll last a long time. And you don't have to be sparing with this. Just get a really nice, good coating on there. In fact, in most instances, you will not even have to use your wipers. The water will run right off. This really doesn't stain the black trim, but I try to keep it off there anyway. All right, so I'm just going to let that sit for a couple minutes to haze over. Then we'll use a microfiber cloth and buff it out. All right, so after 20 minutes, I'm going to take my Eagle edgeless microfiber and buff the Jet Seal off the window. Now in the past, I've used Adam's liquid paint sealant, which works perfectly well. I just had the jet seal. I wanted to try it, see if the durability will be the same. And that is as slick as it gets. Now when it rains, the water will basically just fly off. Oftentimes, the first month after I do this, I don't even have to ever turn the wipers on. So anyway, guys, I hope that I kind of broke this process down for you, let you see that if you take a few steps, do them in this order, you will get the absolute cleanest, contaminant-free windshield that you can possibly get. Some people like to use steel wool or razor blade. That's not necessary if you use the clay bar and the citral. And then if you'll treat your wipers. Now, if you'll take your wipers, brand new wipers, and soak them in the 303 overnight and then put them on there, you know, there's no telling how long you will get out of a set of wipers. You could get, you know, 4 or 5 years, as long as you periodically just pre-treat them again. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I hope this was valuable to you. There's nothing like a clean windshield for inclement weather or beautiful weather, that's for sure. And I appreciate everybody's viewership. I appreciate if you would subscribe if you haven't done so. And I will see you guys on the next video. Okay, thanks.